Penguins are iconic birds primarily found in the southern hemisphere, with large populations in Antarctica, South America, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. Despite various penguin species, such as the emperor penguin, Adelie penguin, king penguin, and others, there is no native penguin population in the North Pole. The absence of penguins in the North Pole is due to several factors, including geography, climate, and ecology. Firstly, geography plays a crucial role in understanding the lack of penguins in the North Pole. The North Pole is mainly an ice-covered ocean with fewer land masses compared to the southern hemisphere. In contrast, the Antarctic region in the southern hemisphere offers numerous ice-free land masses where penguins can breed and find food more easily. These remote rocky places help protect them from predators. The limited land availability in the North Pole makes it challenging for penguins to find suitable breeding grounds. Additionally, the sea ice is not suitable as it often drifts freely in the ocean, making penguins more vulnerable to predators such as orcas and polar bears. On the southern hemisphere, penguins face enemies like orcas, leopard seals, and in warmer waters even sharks. However, they still have more protection and better conditions here than on the northern hemisphere. On land, they have less to fear. There are no polar bears, wolves, cats, or other natural predators that can kill them. Penguins are naturally adapted to cold climates, but they require specific habitats not readily available in the North Pole. Furthermore, the ecology of the North Pole also influences the absence of penguins. The North Pole has a distinct flora and fauna from the South Pole, home to species like polar bears, seals, and walruses, adapted to the Arctic environment. The food chain and ecosystem in the North Pole significantly differ from those in the South Pole. Penguins are adapted to hunting fish and other sea organisms abundant in southern waters. The North Pole does not provide the same food sources essential for the penguin diet. In comparison to the North Pole, the South Pole has a more isolated location and an extreme climate. Antarctica is a vast continent surrounded by the Southern Ocean, resulting in a greater distance from other continents. This isolation, combined with the harsh Antarctic climate, has allowed penguins to adapt to their specific ecological niche without competition from similar bird species. So no penguins in the North Pole. Is that really the case? There was indeed a similar bird in the northern regions called the great auk. The great auk looked a lot like penguins, but was not related to them at all. This bird, however, belonged to the group of birds we now call guillemots, razorbills, and puffins. The great auk was larger than the penguin, with a bigger beak for catching larger prey, and smaller wings that reduced resistance while diving. As a result, this bird could dive faster and deeper. Originally, the great auk was widespread in the cold northern waters, with populations ranging from North America to Europe. Their behavior was very similar to penguins. They lived in rocky, secluded places and primarily ate fish. The decline of the great auk began with the arrival of human explorers, settlers, and hunters. In the 16th century, people started extensively hunting these birds for their meat, feathers, and eggs. The great auk was an easy target since they couldn't fly, offering limited escape opportunities. Intense hunting, coupled with egg collection and disruption of their nesting sites, quickly led to a dramatic decline in the great auk population. The fashion industry was crazy about their feathers, and there was a hype around collecting stuffed animals. By the mid-19th century, the great auk was extinct, with the last known individual killed on the Icelandic island of Eldey in 1844. The extinction of the great auk illustrates the impact of human activity on vulnerable animal species. In conclusion, the absence of penguins in the North Pole can be explained by a combination of geography, climate, ecology, and evolutionary adaptations. The North Pole does not provide suitable conditions for penguins to survive and thrive as they do in the South Pole. Penguins have evolved in response to the unique environment of Antarctica, and their adaptations are specifically tailored to the harsh conditions of southern waters. Like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks.